Welcome back to Dapper Bros. This is Top Hat and Bowler, etc. It's been a while since I've been on camera. I already feel like this is going bad.
Excuse this clutter, the clanging of keys. I need to get these out of the way.
Dustin,
And the floor has keys now.
Anyway, so we're here today with the Beginner's Guide. This is from the same creator as the Stanley Parable, which I have played a little bit of, and Dustin has played more of.
A lot of.
We have not played any of this at all, but the preview on Steam looks absolutely amazing.
I'll have you know that right now I'm trying to get an achievement in the Stanley Parable. The don't play the game for 5 years achievement.
I just realized something. I probably should have just adjusted options beforehand.
Oh, who the fuck cares? Welcome to Behind the Scenes.
Yeah. Okay, literally none of this map. Option. Okay. I want some anti-aliasing.
All of the anti-aliasing.
Yeah, literally.
Try linear filtering. Oh, sign me up.
Shut up, Dustin.
Someone has to keep this entertaining. Will someone else nerd the... Oh, hey. Thing just popped off the earbuds. Whoopsie. This is what happens when you have your life together, people.
Totally. That's what's going on right now. That's what's going on.
Yep.
Anyway, sorry about this behind the scenes stuff.
We've wasted a minute of your life. How does it feel? It feels great for me.
Okay, well, I think this is good. I hope.
Remember, when you watch a video and you think, wow, I just wasted such and such time from my life, remember, we're the ones wasting time first.
Begin the game.
Please make sure audio is on. Fuck you, I'll do what I want.
Wow,
I'll
basic
play-
WASD controls. I would never have guessed.
Plus mouse? Oh my god.
You know,
So innovative.
Thank you very much for playing The Beginner's Guide. My name is Davey Reedon. I wrote The Stanley Parable, and while that game tells a pretty absurd story,
Yeah.
today I'm going to tell you about a series of events that happened between 2008 and 2011. We're going to look at the games made by a friend of mine named Coda. Now, these games mean a lot to me. I met Coda in early 2009 at a time when I was really struggling with some personal stuff, and his work pointed me in a very powerful direction. I found it to be a good reference point for the kinds of creative works that I wanted to make.
Why do my hands smell like
Just
onions?
to start you off, this is, I think, the first game he ever made. It's a level for Counter-Strike. You can walk around here, by the way. And mostly it's just Coda learning the basics of building a 3D environment.
Good on
What
Coda.
I like is that even though he starts from the simple aesthetic of a desert town, he then scatters these colorful abstract blobs and impossible floating crates around the level. And of course, it destroys the illusion that this actually is a desert town, and instead this level becomes
a dead
kind of
end.
calling card from its creator.
yeah.
It's like a reminder that this video game was constructed by a real person. And it kind of makes you wonder, what was going through his head as he was building this? This is what I like about all of Coda's games. I mean, not that they're all fascinating as games, but that they are all going to give us access to their creator. I want us to see past the games themselves. I want to get to know who this human being really
Well,
is.
that is a void.
And that's exactly what we're going to do here. So, it's 2008, Coda starts making these games, and he never releases any of them. He doesn't put them onto the internet, he
And
just
that's
makes
Walden.
them and then immediately abandons
I was
them
adjusting
and
a
they sit
cable.
on his computer
I don't care. They
and I
can't see
think
that.
he really understood this image
So
of
you hit
himself
one
as a
first-
recluse.
head first
At
into a
one
wall.
point, he jokingly renamed his computer's recycling bin to Important Games Folder. So, you know, this was just how he worked. He tended to crank them out one after the other without even really pausing to try to understand what he had just made, until suddenly one day, he just stopped. In 2011, that was it. He made his last game, and then
Pardon
he
me.
hasn't made another one since. And that's why I've taken this opportunity to gather all of his work together, is because I find his games powerful
You can
and
jump.
interesting, and I'd like this collection to
assumed
reach him, to maybe
I was
encourage him
right.
to start creating again.
Climb the
And if the
boxes.
people like you who play this also happen to find his work interesting, then I'm sure it'll just send that much stronger of a message of encouragement to Coda. So thanks for joining me on this. If you have a particular interpretation
suck at
that I
climbing
haven't
boxes.
mentioned here, or if you just need to get in touch, you can email me at daveyWreden@gmail.com. Okay, that's about it for introduction.
And
Let's take a look at Coda's first proper game. As each game is loading, I'll show you the date that it was completed. This first one was made in November 2008.
November. Okay. 2008. Okay.
Oh. Okay.
Hello.
Whisper machine status active. In fact, what? What?
What?
Oh. Okay. Do I go that
This
way?
game is called Escape from Whisper, and it's one of the more generic games you'll see from Coda.
Okay.
Okay. Floating rubble. That's common.
Absolutely. Could have sworn gravity turned off for a moment too. What is this?
Who knows? Coda probably. So, are you enjoying the weirdness?
It's kind of neat. Oh lord, there's a lot of glare on the screen right now.
Yeah.
Like obviously the
It kind of
video.
looks like this game was abandoned mid-development.
Yeah, it
For
kind
instance,
of really
you have
does.
this gun, which you'd think would indicate that there are supposed to be monsters or enemies somewhere, but then clearly there are no enemies anywhere. You can't even reload the gun when you run out of bullets. But ultimately we don't really know. Maybe Coda thought that actually it was complete the way that it is. And I think that we should talk about his games for what they are, rather than for what they're not.
Enemy force neutralized.
I'm gonna go turn off the light real quick.
Yeah, go ahead, do that.
Keep the people entertained.
Wow, this is interesting in that it is. Oh wow. Okay, now in the room we are plunged into darkness.
Yeah, and I cannot find my way back to the chair. That is a wall. Fuck it is. What is this? There's another chair here? Yeah?
Our recording room is really messy. Oh god, that was a light.
And desk lamp is turned on and pointed at the ceiling, so we have some light through the room.
Okay. What the heck is... Oh hey, that opened up. When did that open up?
Who knows?
how you can see
When you
the
weren't paying
bottom
attention.
of this room.
Wow. I always loved the starscapes. You know, like the fucking... Are you shooting through the already shot bullet holes?
Yes.
Why?
I keep on using E like a use button, and it just is another shoot button. Oh, what the heck?
Apparently the space station has a labyrinth on it.
No.
Sure, I don't know. There's really no reason for it that I've ever been able to discern, so in the interest of time, I'm just gonna skip you on past it.
Thank you.
Okay, this is the part that's interesting.
That looked like it
The game
lagged
has
a
this
bit.
narrative about
Yeah,
the whisper,
there was desync.
how it has to be turned off, and then you get to the engine room.
Hey, you there, in the engine room. You could save us all. That beam is powering the distribution. You could disrupt it by introducing a great enough heat signature. If your body could stop the beam. It's so much to ask, but for all of our lives, would you do it? Could you give yourself?
Okay.
Goodbye, crew. Oh, God.
Let me pause here for a second.
Why?
You just experienced stepping into the beam and then dying is probably what Coda had initially intended when he was developing this level. But when he first compiles and plays it, something goes wrong. There's a bug somewhere. And this is what happens instead.
Oh, God, what happens?
I don't know. By the way, sorry if we're not talking too much because
It is a narrative-based game.
Yeah,
which
so-
probably wasn't a good idea.
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
So just know that the game is driving the play session more than we are this time.
Yeah.
I have ascended. Ah,
That is quite a labyrinth.
it's a decent labyrinth.
And I can already solve it.
Beam causes you to start floating. And this is an important moment for him. Because yes, this is technically a glitch, But Coda identifies something human about it, like how small it makes you feel in the face of this larger chaotic system. Or this floating could be the afterlife, a peaceful place, juxtaposed against all of the hysteria that you've just had to traverse. I don't even know. I have no idea what he was thinking, but what's clear is that after making this, something lodges itself in his brain. He wants to do more of these really weird and experimental designs. So he stops work on this and moves on to a stream of tiny little games that go in all sorts of directions.
Oh god.
Let's go ahead and take a look at the first game he made after leaving this one behind.
Okay, so
November 2008.
this is definitely an arty game.
It really
An
is.
artsy game. Like,
Oh, red brick.
In
Oh,
this game, you can only walk backwards.
God, really? I literally tried to walk for.
the past was behind her.
So I do Reddit a lot, and like I have seen people. Wait, does the music stop when I stop?
No.
But no, I've seen comments on Reddit about how video games aren't art, and I'm like,
Oh my god.
literally is.
Fuck y'all.
hello.
So it's a short and relatively minimalist experiment combining motion and narrative. It is less advanced than the previous game, but actually it seems to be more focused, more complete. Coda's trying to give it a unique voice rather than simply basing it on a pre-existing trope.
Interesting.
Yeah. Oh, there's a side path there.
Oh, interesting. But no,
It keeps freaking me out how the floor keeps coming apart from the walls, it seems.
yeah. But no, I studied graphic design for a while, and in doing that, I had to learn a lot about
When
art.
she stops and looks, it becomes clearer.
Interesting. But no, art is one of the big things with art is that it's supposed to elicit an emotional response.
But if the future's always behind her, how will she find the strength to confront it?
It's a short little thought, it says what it wants to say, and then it ends. Didn't need anything more than that. Which to me is why it works, because it gets out quick. Okay, next one.
But anyway, art is supposed to elicit an emotional response, usually through the visuals and what they mean to you. But this video game is eliciting an emotional response, and a lot of these stories in video games do that as well. Hello, I am now entering.
Well, how about we enter next time on Dapper Bros?
Alrighty. Stay dapper.
Stay dappy, dappy, dapper.
And next time, we're going to enter.
I'm gonna enter if you know what I mean. Prepare yourself.
Stay dapper.